Picture this, it is Friday afternoon, Priya just inherited a raw sales file and one ask, turn it into a live revenue report by Monday. Last time this meant 5 tools, 3 copies and a weekend of glue code. This time she never leaves one suite. Raw file to a live power by report all in Fabric. Ingest, store, transform and serve in one place. By the end of this lesson, you have the whole shape of a real Fabric project in your head. Let us walk it together. Take a look at the whole project in one picture. Source files land in a lakehouse. A data factory pipeline ingests them into bronze delta tables. A notebook transforms that into a gold layer. Then a semantic model sits on top and Power BI serves it with direct lake. And here is the one thread under all of it. Everything lands as delta on OneLake. No copies, no exports between steps. Keep this picture in mind because every step you build snaps into it. We just saw the flow. So let me explain the idea underneath it. OneLake is one logical data lake for your whole tenant. Think of it as OneDrive but for data. Every Fabric item reads and writes the same copy. Your pipeline, your lakehouse, your Power BI report, all the same bytes. That means no export, no second copy, no nightly sync between tools. That is the win. One storage layer, many compute engines hold on to that phrase because it changes how you design. Before we build pick your front door, a lakehouse gives you files plus delta tables and it is Spark first. Great when you transform with notebooks. A warehouse is a TSQL relational engine. Great when your team lives in SQL all day. And here is the key, both store delta on the same OneLake. The choice is the engine and the experience, not the storage. For our project we use a lakehouse because we will transform with a notebook. Let us meet the example. Here is our running example and it is deliberately simple. A daily sales orders file lands in storage. We want a clean revenue report on top of it. The goal, ingest it, shape it into a gold table and put it in front of the business. We build this once inside Fabric and then it becomes your template for any source. Swap the file for a database or an API later and the shape does not change. That is the whole point. Let us define the layers. Every clean project moves data through 3 layers. Bronze is the raw data as ingested. Never edit it. It is your replayable source of truth. Silver is typed, cleaned and deduped. Gold is business shaped, aggregated for the report. Think of a kitchen. Bronze is the receiving dock. Silver is the prep station. Gold is the plated dish. And all 3 are just delta tables in the same lakehouse. Same storage, different stages. Now we build starting with step 1. Step 1. Create the lakehouse. Inside your Fabric workspace, you create a lakehouse and it hands you 2 areas, tables and files. Tables hold your managed delta tables. Files holds your raw landing data, like that orders CSV. And here is the part, beginners love everything you create here is written to OneLake automatically. No storage account to provision, no connection strings to manage. It just persists with the lakehouse ready. We ingest the file. Step 2. Ingest with a data factory pipeline. A pipeline orchestrates the move. A copy activity pulls the source file into your lakehouse. The source can be cloud storage, a database, or an API. The sink is your lakehouse. You can land it in files as raw or straight into a bronze delta table. Either is fine. And remember this, the pipeline orchestrates the move. It does not store the data. OneLake stores it, put a schedule on the pipeline and ingestion runs itself. Next we make it delta. Loading this in a notebook is just 2 lines. First, df equals spark.read.csv pointed at file/orders. Then df.write format delta save as table bronze orders. That save as table call writes a managed delta table you can query immediately. No schema setup, no DDL and always validate first. Call spark.table bronze orders. Then count, does the row count match the file? If it does, your bronze layer is honest. Now we clean it into silver. Step 3. Transform bronze into silver here. You cast types, drop bad rows and remove duplicates, pspark or spark, SQL, your pick. One clean line does a lot. df.drop duplicates on order ID, then with column amount cast to double. Now order ID is unique and amount is a real number, not text. Write the result as silver orders and notice bronze stays untouched and rerunable. If silver breaks, you replay from bronze. That safety net is the whole reason bronze exists. Then comes gold. Step 4. Build the gold table. Gold is business shaped and SQL makes it readable. Select order date, sum of amount as revenue, count star as orders. Group by order date, that is daily revenue and daily order count. 1 row per day, write it as gold daily sales, small, fast, and exactly what the report needs. Nothing more. This is the table the semantic model and Power BI will sit on top of. You have gone raw file to report ready in 4 steps. Now we model it. Step 5. The semantic model. This is the business layer. Friendly names, relationships and measures. You define a measure once. Total revenue equals sum of gold daily sales revenue. And then you reuse it everywhere in every chart, every report. Define once, use many times. The model sits on your gold tables. Reports query the model, not the raw delta directly. That is what keeps your numbers consistent across the whole business. One last step, serving it. Step 6. Serve it with Direct Lake. Direct Lake lets Power BI read the delta tables on OneLake. Directly compare the 3 modes. Import copies data into the model and refreshes on a schedule. Direct query hits the source, live on every single query. Direct Lake reads delta on OneLake directly, no import copy to refresh, no per query round trip to manage. You build the report and it reads gold straight from the lake. One copy end to end. And now the payoff. Here comes the aha moment. Drop total revenue and order date onto a chart. Your daily revenue report is live now. Update gold with tomorrow's data. The report reflects it with no import refresh dance. Because Direct Lake reads the one copy, the report is never stale. And trace it back, report, semantic model, gold table, notebook, pipeline, lakehouse, all on OneLake. You never left Fabric, ingest, store, transform, model and serve. One suite. That is the whole project. But let me warn you about the trap. Let me show you the anti-pattern that quietly ruins projects. The wrong way, ingest to one store, export to another, then import a third copy into the report. Why it breaks, copies drift, refreshes lag, and you spend Monday debugging. Which number is right? I have watched teams lose whole afternoons to exactly this. The right way, one lake house on one lake, transform in place, serve with direct lake. One copy means one truth. Keep it that way and you keep your sanity. Now what about when things break? Let me hand you a debugging checklist for when loads fail. First, check the pipeline run history. Each activity shows its status and the error message. Second, validate row counts at every layer. Bronze and silver after deduct, gold after aggregate. When a count surprises you, you have found your bug. And if the report numbers look stale, do not panic. Confirm the gold table actually wrote. Then confirm the model sees it. 90% of stale reports are one of those two. Now the architect level trade-offs. Here is where you sound like an architect, not a button clicker. Low code team, reach for Dataflow Gen 2 code. First team, notebooks plus pipelines. Same one lake. Either way, got SQL only consumers downstream. A warehouse front door may serve them better than a lakehouse. And never forget capacity is shared. Heavy Spark jobs and big refreshes compete for the same compute. Size and schedule them deliberately. That awareness is what separates a demo from a production system. Let us pack this into a cheat sheet. Screenshot this one. It is the whole project on a single card. Lakehouse, then pipeline ingest, then bronze delta, then notebook transform, then silver and gold, then semantic model, then direct lake report, 7 steps, 1 line, and the 3 rules underneath. Bronze is immutable transforms. Rerun, everything is delta on one lake. If you remember nothing else, remember this card. It is the backbone of every Fabric project you will ever build. Now let us turn it into an interview. Answer. Imagine the interviewer asks, how would you build a Fabric project? Answer in 6 beats. Lakehouse, pipeline, ingest, bronze, silver, gold, semantic model, direct lake report. Then say the why, one copy on one lake, immutable bronze, rerunnable transforms, and no tool to tool copies. That why is everything. Anyone can list steps. Explaining the reasoning signals you have actually shipped on Fabric. Not just click through a demo once. Say it with that structure and you will stand out. Let us wrap up. And just like that, you built a whole Fabric project, lake host to live report all on one lake. And it is a template you can point at any source. Swap the file, keep the shape. In this lesson, you covered the full thread. Ingest, store, transform, model and serve in one suite. Want to go deeper? The full Microsoft Fabric Masterclass is linked below. And subscribe for the DP700 OneLake and Cloud for Fabric deep dives. One question, what is your source going to be? Drop it in the comments.